Hey, Lizette. How's it going?
Hi, Laura. Good. Glad to be back.
We survived Fiesta.
Oh, did we? That was, I don't know what I was thinking because we've been walking and preparing, but nothing could have prepared me for that 3.8-mile walk through downtown.
I think yours may have been a little bit longer.
Yeah. So, audience, I got separated. One of the children got overheated, so I left the parade with her, and we got her taken care of. Her parents came. It was good. So I had to find my way back, which in hindsight, I should have asked for a ride to the end, right? Like that's what I was like, bye. And I started walking. Well, it was hot, and it was a lot of people, and trying to navigate through the sides of everybody, it was a feat. And I didn't know the route of the parade. I should have studied, and I could have gone on side streets, but I followed the parade. Anyhow, 3/4 of the way through, I was tired. It was hot. I actually walked through somebody else's grading period in front of the Alamo. I was just like, wait, why are they grading? I was like, oh my God, am I on TV? Like, so
if they lost points, it was because of you.
Oh my God, poor float. Anyhow, so I ended up walking by the cathedral, and there was some little booths. So I thought, oh, God sent me a fruit cup. So I got myself a fruit cup to finish walking because I was a little peckish and hot. And so I turned on a side street to go to where the buses were. I contacted y'all, found where I was going. And another divine happened is that one of those bird scooters that you download and you start, that was just in my way. And I was like, why am I walking when I could be scooting? So I downloaded the app, got on the scooter, and my only downfall was I couldn't eat the fruit cup and scoot. So I had to put the fruit cup in my backpack. And so anyhow, here I am, and I rode up to the buses, and all the other chaperones were like, what the hell?
Oh, man, I'm so sad I missed that.
But I was like, I didn't have any kids with me. Why would I walk? I'm going to ride a scooter. So I enjoyed the parade. It was hot. It was long. It was fun.
It was interesting. This year was a little bit different. We do the parade every other year, and this year was a little bit different. We were limited on the number of chaperones that we could have, and so we had a text. We had a chat. Usually we use a band app to communicate with each other, and this time around we used just our regular, text messaging to create a group, which really helped.
It really helped.
And we lost a parent. We lost one of our medics there for a while, and when we gave her the pin of where we were at, she's like, that's 20 minutes away. And oh my God.
Bless her heart. She ran the whole way, she said. She's sitting next to me on the bus, and when she sat down, I thought, oh my God, her face is so red. I should have saved her some of my fruit cup.
Or told her, use the bird.
I know. She was like, what? I told her I got a scooter. She's like, I never thought of that. I was like, I was tired. I can only imagine the kids.
I know. It was. It wasn't. Luckily, we didn't have
any
major issues.
Few overheating. We can solve that for next parade.
We can solve that. There's lessons learned from every parade that we do, and so.
But our kids were so well behaved, and they are so fun to be around, and they make everything, even a hot parade, fun.
Yeah, and then we had the Battle of the Bands the day before. So we had rehearsal on Wednesday, and then Thursday the Battle of the Bands. So it was a long 3 days, And
being at Battle of the Bands with 30 bands playing the same music at the same time, maybe on the same beat, is not the place to be if you have a headache.
Exactly. And then throw the fireworks at it.
Yeah. I was like, I should have brought 4 Advil. So...
But so that was the big thing that we had over the weekend.
We survived. We lived. We survived. The kids looked great, and they looked great on TV.
Yes, they did.
Well, friends, welcome to Seasons, the podcast where we explore different chapters of life and all the beauty they hold.
We are your hosts, Laura and Lizette, and today we will be talking about... What are we talking about again
Mother's
today?
Day.
Oh, that's right, Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Preparing for Mother's Day and everything we've
talking
learned,
we're talking about ourselves.
the lessons learned.
There's so much. I know it's not Mother's Day quite yet, but we are getting into the spirit of Mother's Day with May already approaching, and so we thought this would be the perfect opportunity to kick off the conversation and talk about our own mothers, the lessons we've learned from our mothers,
And all the wonderful women we're around.
all
that
the
teach
wonderful
us
women, exactly.
And mother, excuse me, and mother with us.
Yes.
And I'm so thankful when we get to that part. I'm so thankful for all the women we know who jump in.
Yeah.
And I have so many wonderful friends who you couldn't tell the difference between their kids or my kid when they do stuff for them. So I'm so thankful.
It's okay. Let's kick it off.
Mother's Day, let's get this kicked off. So what have we learned? So, this will be my second Mother's Day without my mom. And so it could be sad, but I'm going to remember all the great stuff that she taught me. And I remember she used to tell me, if I'm doing it wrong, let me know. I'm like, oh my God. If you're doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong. Like, what are you telling? Like, now you're saying this? They're already old.
Is there an evaluation form somewhere? Where's that survey? Mother's Day, how am I doing?
Do not give my kids a survey. Growing up, my oldest had a muffins with mother day, and all the kids said something good about their mom, and they had something. I don't know how she worked it out, but she was mad at me because I got mad at her for not putting on her shoes before we left the house. Mind you, we drove like all the way out of town one time without shoes because that's all she had to do was put them on. She was small. And she would like zing to me at her muffins for mother. I was like, oh my God, I can't even like, she's just like me though. So okay, talking about our mothers. So I was trying to think of what memories do I have of my mom that just really, my younger years, what really sticks out, what I really appreciated. And it was a lot of her time. My mom was a working mom. She was a school teacher, but she never not had time to play games. She was really good about having board games, and we took care of them. So we had all our board games because, that was, if you're going to get that board game, you better take care of it because that's the only one you're getting.
I think I still have a lot of my board games.
I still have my Perfection and Superfection from 4th grade. And so she liked to play games. When I wanted to learn how to play tennis, she took me down to the tennis court and showed me how to play tennis. I remember playing baseball with her in the backyard, and she set up the bases. And I was like, well, it's not going to be any fun if nobody's running the bases. So because my mom was older when she had me, but I had my mom running the bases in the backyard. Like, what?
I can only imagine that.
And then she would take me to the skating rink and swimming. So it was great growing up with my mom. She was very active and very involved, and my father too. But, just my mom always had an activity like, we don't know how to do this. Let's learn, and let's do this. And so I think maybe that's where I get my little entrepreneurship type of, let's make it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's take it apart, see how it's made, and then we'll make our own,
Yeah, see, and my mom wasn't as involved with me in school activities and so forth. Everyone thought my grandmother was my mother because my grandmother took me to school.
Well, in all honesty, y'all all look so much alike, and y'all all look like you're 20. So y'all have great genes. So kind of don't want to sit by you.
Yeah, my mom, she worked, and my parents were divorced, so of course she had to work. But my grandmother would drive me to school because my mother didn't drive, so she took the bus to work, and so I think that's probably why I'm so active with the band, and I just involved. I wasn't so involved with my son's schooling when he was in elementary and even junior high, but as he got into high school, I've definitely gotten more.
Well, because
involved.
we had a lot of winter weather.
Oh yeah, well,
and a little
work got in the way,
road
but
going north that we had to build.
yeah, but I think as he got older, I got involved, and so. But yeah, my mom wasn't as involved in my schooling and so forth. But
what's funny is you think you weren't involved with John younger on, but John was involved with you.
Yes, it was.
Right?
I got pictures
I
to
remember
prove.
him at all the public meetings. Yeah.
He went to a lot of public meetings with me.
When everybody knows John Lopez at our work. So maybe y'all just traded places. John was involved with you.
He was. I really was hoping he'd become an engineer, and that did not.
Oh, he's such a great musician, and it amazes. He's amazing at the things he
is.
He probably is a sound engineer.
Probably so. We never know. But going back to with my mom, I spent a lot of time with her. We would on the weekends go to the malls on the bus, and there would be like 2 different ones that we would go to, and just go to the food court first, eat an early lunch, go walking around, do a little bit of shopping, and then go home. And it's just those little things of spending time with each other and always finding a good sale.
Yeah.
And we just, those are the things that we did. She would take me to work as well, too. So I was heavily involved. She worked at a television station, which was kind of funny because I actually wanted to study communications because I was exposed to the work that she was doing, even though she wasn't on television, but she worked for a company where that's what they did. And I wanted to go into that, and she told me, "No, don't do that. Go into something else."
My mother did that too. My mother was a teacher. I already said that. And I would tell her, "I want to be a teacher." She's like, "Oh, no," just because from when she started to when she ended, it was a very different atmosphere.
Yeah.
And so I went into a different profession. But when she talked about her career, she loved the kids. She's like, "I loved every minute of teaching." And I'm like, great, I wanted to teach,
I don't know. Could you imagine you being a teacher?
I think so. I don't know.
What grade level would you have taught?
That's a good. 5th grade was, I taught religious education, and I did 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
And they were fun. I mean, they were looking for their brains a lot because they're rolling their eyes. But that's what 5th graders do.
Yeah.
And so I think I could have. I really do. I mean, I enjoy being around the band kids. I don't know. I think the teachers I know, teachers are so valuable in being there for the kids and what they teach them. Not only the subject that they teach, but the way to carry yourselves, the way to handle yourself. That's what the kids are looking at. And so you see different kinds of teachers, and there's always some teachers that try to focus on being popular, and I wish they wouldn't. But the teachers that are there for the kids that just want them to learn, I'm so impressed with them. Mm-hmm. I think, I just have a lot of admiration for that. So I wish I would have gone into teaching, but, engineering was fun.
It was a whole other type of teaching there.
Yeah, it was a different kind of teaching.
A different kind of teaching.
So how, is there anything, Laura, that you wish you would have learned from your mother?
Well, my backstory is that my mother passed away. It's coming up on 19 years. So my mother died just a few weeks after my son was born. So my last Mother's Day with her, I was still pregnant. My son was born right after Mother's Day. So my first Mother's Day with him was my first without my mother. Yeah, there's so much that I missed out on. I always say my first without my mother was, my first with my son was my first without my mother, except for Memorial Day. That's the only holiday that they were both here. But she died on July 4th, so I always said my mom just went out with a bang. She just, there's a lot that I wish that she missed out on, and being a new mom, I wished I had asked her, there was just questions I wished I had asked her. But God, yeah. I just went for a loss right there,
Okay.
what I was going to say.
I wish you would have learned from your mom. But you said something because thinking about being with the baby without my mom, I was actually terrified of my first child. I was like, why are you leaving when my mom would want to go home? And she's like, you're going to be okay. But different little advice that she gave me, like, well, talk to the baby. I'm like, well, talk to the baby. She's not talking to me, but you have to talk to the baby. Just all these little things I'm thinking about that I learned from my mom that, that would have been hard.
Yeah, I talked to him quite a bit. When I was pregnant with him, I used to play music. I think that's why he does not like Duran Duran, because I played too much of it. I put the headphones on my stomach, and yeah, now he does not like Duran Duran.
That's hilarious.
Well, she would always tell me, growing up, it's like, well, wait till you become a parent. Wait until you have your own children.
Yes.
It's like there were these things like, to me, I was like the perfect child, even though I know I had my faults. But, it was always wait until you have your own kids. Wait until you have your own kids. And
Well,
it's
my mom
like,
would tell me, I hope you have a daughter just like you. I'm like, well played, lady. I have 2, and they are a lot and expensive. So, well played.
she knew.
She knew.
But I wished, unfortunately, like I said, my mom passed as I just became a mother. So I wished I had been able to ask a lot more questions.
Yeah.
But I had so many other women.
That's where our other women that pour into us.
Yes, that's where I had so many other women that helped me to, guide me.
Yeah. So other mother figures, you had your grandmother.
I had my grandmother, my mother's mother. I had my mom's sister, and I had my mom's cousin. And then I had other friends too that were mothers and kind of helped me to get through. And so that was really it was wonderful to have that. Oh, and I had my mom's friends too. I had a couple of her good comadres that would come around and would help when I would need it. And so
That's so good.
yeah. So it was good to have that.
It's when somebody passes away, people always say, "Oh, let me know what you need," and they never come around. But it's nice when the people do come around.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, thank you." So I have.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because you never know where or when, because some people are like, I need to grieve because I had just had my son, and then I had to grieve at the same time. But it took me a while to get through that, because I think it hit me like 5 years later when I finally had my breakdown, because it just kind of, I had so much going on. I had a newborn, I was still on maternity leave.
Yeah.
And then I was my mom's only child, so I had a house, I had just so many things I had to do. I had so many responsibilities, and so it was really hard for me to be happy, because I was happy and sad at the same time. So it's a
Grief is funny like that. You're never truly happy's different,
yes,
but it's still happy, but it's different.
yeah. I mean, there were some, and I have to admit that the timing of my son's birth was probably perfect, because I wasn't left alone.
Oh,
I had my husband, but
yeah.
and the funny thing is that my son is left-handed, like my mother. There's just little things that kind of, they always say that, that people their spirits are with them. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I see that every once in a while. So
Yeah. I definitely believe that. My youngest had the least time with my husband, but she's the most like him.
yeah.
She's the most like him. So being a mom, what is your most unexpected lesson that you come across as a mom?
To be patient.
Mine too. I thought, well, no, I don't think I'm patient. I never thought. I don't think patience was ever one of my, virtues that I really clung to. But I think as you have your children, you learn different things. And I think every child, this is my theory, Lizette's theory. I put a little ticker on this. These thoughts are only from Lizette. But I think every child gets a different version of you. Mm-hmm. Right? And you try to be, I didn't mean to be a different mom to each child, but each child is so different.
Yeah.
So it's funny that I think Sarah has taught me a lot of patience. Not that she's bad, she's just so calm and patient.
She really is.
She really is. So she's taught me a lot of patience, which is in turn helped me be a better mother to the older daughter. And not that I was bad, but I see where the patience is needed, because as they get older, and we're next episode we're talking about success and graduation and everything. I think as they get older, it's hard to. Growing up is tough. It's tough business.
Yeah.
And it's scary. And having the patience to tell her, like, it's okay. There's no rush. You don't have to finish school at the same time everybody else finishes school. Like, there's no rush. There's no time clock. The goal is happy. Are you happy? You have a great job. You have great friends. We do fun things. We have, a great family. You're winning. Like that little reel. You're winning life, friend. You're winning life.
Yeah, if you think about it, when you're pregnant, there's a what to expect when you're expecting book. And then they have like the what to expect the first year. After that, you're kind of on your own. You're like, what happens next?
If only they came with the user's manual, right? Dang it. What happens? Let's look in this. What happens at this point?
And the thing is, you start comparing your kids to other kids. Well, are they supposed to be doing this, or are you supposed to be doing that? My son is a late bloomer.
Oh,
he's
both of mine are.
always been a late bloomer. I remember when he was in daycare, he was like the last one in his little class to be potty trained. And I remember spending a weekend with him trying to get him potty trained. And when he was in daycare, they said, well, he can't advance to the next classroom until he's potty trained. And I said, look, I've tried this, I've tried that. And so finally, one of the ladies that worked at the daycare just asked him, hey, she goes, do you want to go with your friends? Yes. Well, you need to use the potty on your own. Okay. And he went and did it on his own.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need other people. It's not you. You just kind of need other people to kind of help you.
That is probably one of the most frustrating lessons I learned as a parent. I could have the best advice, but if I say it, it's not real. But so I have to that's where our other mothers come in.
Yes.
But before we go there, I wanted to tell you, because what you said reminded me one piece of advice my mother would give me is every child is a J. They go on their learning track is a J. Some learn right away. And like if you start at the short end of the J, some learn right away. But some need the whole track to learn, and then they'll get it. But they will get it at one point.
Yeah.
Just everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
And so she used to always say that about her kids at school, about us, about anything. And so...
yeah, that would be me, the whole track. And that's exactly how my son is. He got his gene from his mother.
Sometimes I think I know, and I make up the end, but then I have to go back on the track.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't right, and I'm going to have to go... Well, not that I'm not right. I just thought about it more intensely, and now I have a different plan. And then I go back on the track. So that's so...
You just took the bird.
Yeah. Where's that scooter? Like, I already said patience wasn't my best quality, but it's funny how we think we're teaching our children. I think sometimes it's the other way around.
Oh, yeah. I think I've learned a lot. Just that, if you think about it, us growing up, the era that we did, the 70s and the 80s, was nothing compared to now. We didn't have cell phones, or at least I didn't have a cell phone when I was in high school.
I was yelling at the girl across the street. Like, that's how we communicated. But you know what? One thing that we've talked about this, and both of our mothers used to tell us this, and both of them had a very strong desire for education. Mm-hmm. They believed education was everything. Mm-hmm. And so, and you said this before, but my mom would always tell me, you can lose your house, your car, your job. You can lose everything, the shirt off your back, but you can never lose your education.
Exactly.
You can always start over.
Say. Yep.
And she's right.
Yeah.
She is definitely right in her skills and that certain want, that drive. So being told that from day one, that was I try to instill that in my children. Like, education is number one. Just always keep learning, learning.
And I've told that to my son also, and especially now that he's getting ready to graduate high school, I've told him, I said, it's and I've told him that, but I've also told him it doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere. It doesn't matter where you go as long as you get that education. He's going to be going to community college. And I said, hey, it's there. You know, you're part of, you know, the tuition free. I said, take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Because I went straight into a university, a private university. Your dad went into a university, and we ended up with student loans. And if you're smart, do it this way, because you're still getting your education, and guess what? You'll be able to transfer to a university afterwards, and hopefully by that time, you know, you can get scholarships and so forth to help you with the field that you're going into. I said, you know, there's so many options for you now compared to when your dad and I were in school.
Well, I had thought, oh, this is the field I'm going to. I'll have no problem paying off my student loan debt. And it was hard. It was hard.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't want that lesson for my girls.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're still going, you know, of course, going to university, but, you know, it takes a lot of sacrifices. But I agree. You know, and there's no wrong way to do it.
No, there
Absolutely
really isn't.
no wrong way to do that. I remember that was a hard lesson that I learned.
Yeah. And as long as, you know, hey, you continue the education and it's into a field that you want to go, if you have the passion to do what it is you want to do, by all means, go for it. And I think that's where the difference between my mom and I is like, I think there was like a certain expectation, and I'm the type of mother that it's like, okay, I want you to make your own choices, but you need to be responsible for your choices. Whatever you decide you want to do, you know, I'm not going to tell you. I don't want you to do something that I want you to do. I want you to do it because you want to do it.
This goes back to my grandmother's advice. Every time we would go to college and pick what we're going to do, she says, everybody has a nest that you live in. So some people like to lay on sticks and some people like to lay on feathers. It's up to you whether you put feathers in your nest.
Yeah.
So you're making all those decisions right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you like really cushy, maybe you want to do, you know, this over here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I like feathers. Maybe I will.
Well, that explains a lot. No.
I know. But it doesn't help that when you say they can go anywhere they want. Well, sorry, audience. I'm not sorry. I'm a diehard Aggie fan. I'm an Aggie. I'm not an Aggie fan. I am an Aggie. And so
she bleeds maroon.
Yeah, everything. In any given day, I have something A&M on me at all times. So anyhow, I used to tell my oldest daughter that the burnt orange would burn her skin. And poor thing believed me until really late.
Well, so it's not really a good color on her.
She wrote a letter or a paper for school, and she was like, I can't believe my mom told me this. And I actually believed it. So anyhow.
Oh, that's
laughing.
hilarious.
So I have a question for you. What is something that your child has done? What's something that your child has done that that's caught you like, not off guard, but it was unexpected surprise. Like what's something that they've surprised you with?
Well, I have to admit that my son has always, he is ambitious in certain things that when he sets his mind to, he does do what he says he's going to do. However, when he was a kid, he used to always go school pictures. He would always wear a suit because he wanted to be president.
Yeah, I remember.
He always wanted to be president, so he would wear suits for his school pictures. And then after a while, he says,
His
"No."
senior picture makes me laugh. You were so mad.
I know, his band picture. But he always wanted to be president, and then finally decided, no, I'm not. I've decided to change. I'm not going to be president. And I said, why? He's like, because I don't want to get shot. And I'm like,
Poor John.
I'm like, John Lennon got shot.
Yeah.
But when he sets his mind to doing something, he really goes all in and does it
so well.
And he, like, when he was in middle school, his 8th grade year, he was like determined, I'm going to do the talent show. I want to be in the talent show. And he was in the talent show. Him and his band were in the talent show. And then they went back the following year, even though he was already in high school. They went back and did the talent show. So when he sets his mind to doing things, if he can do it and he has the ability to do it, he will do it. So I've always told him, well, if you have a passion for doing something, do it. But you need to follow through with it, especially in the career that he wants to go into. And he does. He works on music a lot in his room and, making his own music, composing his own music, writing. And
by the way, he's the writer.
He's
our music for the podcast.
Yeah, he did our music for the podcast. And so he has such a huge passion for that. So I always tell him, well, if you have your mind set on that, then continue. But you're going to have to learn how to make a living out of that and make a career out of that, because mom and dad are going to die one day. And
you're like my mom. Drink your water. Take some vitamins. You're not going anywhere without me. So that's funny. I think my girls, what have they done they've taught me or has been unexpected? My oldest is driven and just has so many interests. She's and anything she does is so good. And I'm biased too, but she really has a lot of talents, and they're so creative. Mm-hmm. My husband Chip was a very creative. He painted. He wrote. He just had he liked to read, and I see that in both of them. Mm-hmm. And so, and they're both very humanitarians. They just want everybody to be well, and they want everything to be nice. And for their few young years, they've had a lot of loss, and they could be bitter. But I can see that with our South Texas Children's Bereavement Center had a good big part of that, but I can see the joy. I can see genuine, honest joy in their lives and in their smiles, and I think that's their ability to keep going has really been what, not unexpected, but they've really taught me what resiliency looks like.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, the other thing also is that my son has been very responsible with being in high school, with always checking his grades. Okay, like the first 2-3 years, I was always kind of like always looking. And senior year, I haven't looked as much. But he's like, Mama, look. He goes, I look at my grades all the time, and especially with second semester, he does not take finals, does not like taking finals at all. So he always makes it a point to make sure that his grades are high enough to exempt him from taking any finals. And so he's like, I'm on top of it. And even if there was an issue with one of his classes, he would always schedule his own tutoring sessions. And so I was like, oh my God,
they're so good at school. I was not that good at school.
I was like, what happened from elementary to high school?
That's funny. I wasn't that good at school. You're welcome. You drive on my roads. But I got better. I wanted the feathers. Okay, so we touched on this. We have the mothers that we know that poured into us. Mm-hmm. Gosh, I can't tell you how important the FOMOs are. And I have FOMOs with the band moms. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Laura always remembers that Sarah eats food.
Well, I forgot this last time, but yeah.
Well, I forgot. And I was there to serve the food. So, I don't know. I have no excuse. So...
Next year I'm just gonna stay on the band app so that way I know Sarah's to remind. I know I'm gonna be paying for Lizette for Sarah's meal. Sarah's like, how'd you get a meal? Laura paid for it.
Gosh, Doc, I don't know how I forget. And I'll ask Sarah, or something came up, especially when I was still working. Well, how'd you get home? She's like, oh, I have a ride. Who's the ride? My friend Julie from church. She comes, and she's retired also. So Sarah just has her there running her different places. So, I mean, she was in their Christmas card. So that's their daughter too. I love the families that just, her best friend, Pete and his family, they just take her in under their wing. And I can't thank you enough, especially since we're missing, Chip here in this dynamic. It's so nice for her to have other families that she feels so comfortable asking and that are looking out for her. And so
Even during the
during the
parade, we were keeping an eye out for her. One of our chaperones who, knew of, you're making one.
Well, she didn't make the parade last time.
So she didn't finish. She didn't complete it.
The
She didn't complete. And so right away, I had the medic says, "Okay, now which one is this student?" And it's like, she's right here.
She was like, everybody keeps asking me. I'm like, because you gave us PTSD from last parade. Oh, that girl. But she did great. She made it.
Yeah.
Carrying the bass drum. I couldn't even carry myself without getting a fruit cup. But
yeah, all the other mothers, and and I don't know if this was something when you were in high school, but like some of my school friends, their moms were like moms to me, and I would call them mom. So I had some of my closest friends that I that I've known since grade school, that their mothers were like mothers to me.
Me too. Maybe more so that they would rat me out because I would be riding my bike past 6 o'clock and they would call my mom. I just saw Lizette on Forced Shadow. I was supposed to be home by 6. I can never be sneaky. I can never be I can never be a sneaky person or a spy or anything because, first of all,
I am. One of our band friend moms, when her son has done stuff, I'm there texting her, "Hey, I thought you said he wasn't going to be doing here, or he wasn't supposed to be here, but yet he's here."
Yeah.
I'm like, does he not know I'm on the board?
Yeah. At work, I would tell people, please do not tell me any national secret, because I worked next to a good friend, Greg. We sat next to each other for 20 years. I was like, if you tell me a secret, I'm telling Greg. I mean, that's a given. I can't not tell him because I'm like, oh, I have chisme. What's going on? So I miss that. It's nice to have mothers that have the same mothering style as you, or that teach you how to be a better mom. Like I remember my friend Isabel, before I had children, I would see her with her daughters, and I would always joke that Isabel was such a Girl Scout, but she truly is. Like, she ran the Girl Scouts, but so she was always about sustainability, like saving the water, watering the water with the plants with that water, or, always, like, there's an indoor broom and an outdoor broom. I never knew that until I hung out with Isabel. I just had a broom, like, oh my God, I was like, I'm a dirty pig. I've been bringing the outside broom inside. And gardening, she taught me so much about gardening and plants and just reusing what you have, repurposing it. Yeah. And they didn't need to do that. She just liked to be responsible. Mm-hmm. And so she really taught me how to be a very faithful mother and keep the prayers going. And so I've had some really great teachers.
Yeah. Another mother that I have a huge appreciation for was my mother-in-law. She had 6 children, and once the youngest was already in high school, went and got her college degree, her bachelor's and her master's, and had a career in social work. And she was just amazing. I just had such a huge appreciation because my father-in-law was in the Navy, and so he was out of town quite a bit, and for her to raise these children on her own while he was out of town.
I can't keep up with the 2 I have.
And she was such a patient woman. And her birthday is 2 days after yours, Lizette. So-
Oh, she didn't get the Sagittarius cheek.
oh, no, she did. She did. But, oh, my goodness. But I would hear so many great stories about her. You know, I mean, I was, you know, I knew her for, 20-something years. But the stories that I would hear from her children and, just any type of memories when they were kids and the trips that they would make and just the time that she would put into all of them. And it wasn't, this one's my favorite or this one's, no, it was, they were all treated the same and they all loved her all the same.
My mom said that she loved us all the same, but I know I'm the favorite.
Well, I know I was my mom's favorite unless it was the dog, because, yeah. The dog we had, her name was Molly. So she would call me Molly or her Laura. And
My husband thought his name was Leroy for like the first 2 years of his life because that was the dog. They would both come. Oh, gosh. So let's help our listeners out. So celebrating mothers. What are some Mother's Day gift ideas? Let's help our listeners think of, because this will get their juices flowing about their mom and thinking about their memories or what they do, what their mom likes to do. What are some things that, as a mother, what have been some of your, not favorite, but what impactful, I guess favorite, Mother's Day gifts?
I don't know what it is, but when John was younger, for some strange reason, Marvel movies used to come out around Mother's Day, and I love Marvel movies. So there's like a couple of years that we would go see the latest Marvel movie.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, and the Father's Day, the cartoon movies would come out. So for me, it was always a Marvel movie. I always liked. There are some personalized items, like when John would do a drawing or some craft he did in school. But I just like the time spent going. It could be either having breakfast or lunch, and it doesn't necessarily they're already asking me like, Mom, what do you want to do for Mother's Day? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know, because it's always crowded. The restaurants are crowded.
What a great problem. We get to spend so much time, especially retired now, right?
Yeah.
They're probably, Sarah and John are the most impacted by our retirement because we're like, what you doing?
I know.
They're like, don't you have something to do? No.
I just like spending time. I think last year, what did we do? We went to go. Oh, I bought a laptop. I remember going to Best Buy and buying my laptop that we're using.
Good Mother's Day.
I know. It's just, just going and just spending time with each other. I don't need anything extravagant. I don't really ask for anything.
Yeah, I think I like to make dinner for my whole family, my sister and her family. And mostly, I think this year, I did tell the girls that I'd like their time, so we're going to do something together. It just happens to be...
that's more precious to me.
It's a little bit ahead of time, but we're going to... It's my wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Oh!
Would have been 26 years. And so the girls would always call it their anniversary, too.
Mm-hmm.
So we still celebrate our wedding anniversary because it's ours.
Yeah.
And so Chip and I would drive to Austin to go to Hula Hut. I hope it's still there.
I think
it is. And so tomorrow night, the oldest one is in training in Austin for work. So we're going to meet her over there and go to the Hula Hut for dinner.
Oh, nice.
So that's, I think, just that can be my Mother's Day, too.
Yeah.
And I think for Mother's Day, I just want to celebrate my sister.
Yeah.
So, and she's just such a good sister.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do without her.
Yeah.
She's just so nice. She's so nice. She got all the nice genes.
She is.
She's very nice.
She is. I don't know. I know Eric got a coupon for like $20 off at Topgolf. So I may say, hey, let's go on Sunday. Let's, make a day of it. Go. I just like, it's more of just spending the time. It's not, I don't need any fancy gifts or anything like that.
I don't need anything else. I just want them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Well, We hope that this has you thinking about your sweet mom and your mothering experiences and the women around you who pour into you and pour into your children and just the whole community of motherhood that makes life better.
And until next time, may you embrace every season of your life with joy and gratitude.
Bye.
Until next time.